Good evening, everyone.
Oh no!
Welcome to Happy Monday. So, hang on a minute. It's all right, I forgot to mute it. I'm doing Mr. P's trick. So, yes, Mr. P's been out with a camera today. Where you been again?
I went to the Strines Reservoir, but you weren't allowed to go along the dam wall and all that, like what I wanted to do. So instead, I found a little trail. Apparently, it's called the Strines Tederwent Valley Trail.
Hi, a Scotsman in a shirt. No, I'm. Neither of us is in self-isolation because they're thinking of doing 70s and over, so we're not quite there yet. So
not there yet.
Yeah, no, we're not quite there yet. But I myself, I am in one of the at-risk categories because of my health issues. Next time you see a Phil Moore ad, you're gonna scream.
Yeah, I've got a 2.5 minute bloody ad. And it's Phil Moore.
Oh, he says he's in self-isolation, working from home.
Oh
dear.
Coffee breaks whenever you like.
My son's at college. He's still going to college. Hey, Johnny Five.
Johnny Five alive. He was a show girl. Woo.
I've been keeping myself busy while Mr. P was out. I made some cookies, and first thing he did as soon as he walked in through the door, after he'd mashed a coffee, was he had some. I've just done 2 weeks already.
After returning from Thailand. Oof.
Yes, we're not. Spain's on lockdown, Italy's on lockdown, but
we'll be next one's on lockdown.
Yeah, keeping Tracy indoors. But you see, this is what I've been doing, Johnny. I've not been going anywhere. It cuts down the risk. So, I've been making cookies, white chocolate cookies, actually. So yeah, it's not self-isolating. It's just, being mindful of, only going out when it's necessary, really.
We have a holiday in a caravan in the garden. Have a good time.
I am in Ireland. Pubs are closed today, just before Paddy's Day.
Oh, that's not good.
But yeah, we envisaging like the next step is going to be to close the universities and the colleges and schools and whatnot. It says barbecue time. So yeah, it's a case of only trying to go out when really necessary.
I filmed a video.
But same as I says, like the lady next door to us. She's in her 70s, and same as I said to Chris, if it does come into thing that with the over 70s have got to self-isolate, we're going to have to do everything we can, like do a shop. Yes, she's got daughters, but they don't live locally.
Who wants a nice lolly? University colleges should be easy to close online schools.
So
I
was going to say our son is doing catering and hospitality, so I think sort of that will be a bit difficult because
no. Well, you got some.
I'll just show you what is made today. And the BB stands for bread and butter pudding. So that's one of the things. So, and then is made two pies. He says one's minced beef and onion, and the other one, he says, what did he say? Cheese and onion.
Yeah, cheese and onion.
So that's the other one. So we've got plenty of provisions. So that's what is made today. So yeah, he's made two pies and a bread and butter pudding. So yeah, so he's you know, if needs be, we'll put them in the freezer. So you know, we've got plenty to be going on with. Chris wasn't very pleased today. He went down to Asda, local Asda. Hi, my lady Travels.
Hello, my darling.
So yeah, so he went down to Asda today, and we have milky coffees. And he come back, and he were absolutely spitting feathers. And he says, "Oh, all this panic buying," he says, "it's doing my head in." He says, "Not a drop of milk in sight."
With the top of our meats, we're fine for everything else.
Yeah, so we were spitting feathers, he says, "Oh, this panic buying's doing me head in, blah, blah, blah." We were having a right rant this morning.
It weren't right good.
But he said, like normally, the time that he went down, I think it was about 12:30, weren't it?
Like that,
Something like that. At that time, normally, there's nobody about. It says, but it was rammed. It's so... yeah, I'm not too bad. Just been showing everybody Callum made two pies at college today. I think he says one were a cheese. What did he say? Cheese and onion, and a minced beef and onion, and then he's made bread and butter pudding. I got 2 frozen 4 pints and 4 UHT. We see, had we known this, Johnny, I mean, we'd have sort of bulk buy, you know what I mean? So yeah, so normally first thing Monday morning they usually get a delivery. I don't know whether delivery hadn't been delivered or whether they'd been delivered and folks had snapped it up as soon as it were on shelves. And so we ended up going to we've got like a local Premier shop, so we ended up going down to there to get some milk. Same as he says, it's more expensive than it is at Asda, so we don't like to get too much because it's more expensive. So what he stocked up went storms, so just topped up a bit more. But yeah, so same as he says, toilet rolls and sanitizer, and now no milk. It's getting ridiculous. So but what can you do? You've got to make the most of a bad job, as we say. So yeah, so we yeah. But you see this, they reckon that it's toilet rolls, pasta, and sanitizer, and a lot of tin stuff. People are buying tin stuff. So yeah, hiya Karate, hiya Bella, hiya Kirsten.
Hello.
Yeah, we're not too bad. I've just been saying Chris went down to our local Asda, couldn't get any milk whatsoever. But we do have a Premier shop down near where we live. So we went there, but they are more expensive than Asda. So it's all right. Me and Chris were having a laugh and a joke. It's just reminded me what Chris, what we were saying yesterday. We were out. Well, we were having a bit of a joke about it, and he says, because they were having trouble finding some fresh meat, like a chicken, pork, etc. So he says, well, you'll have to whip up a pie with some cat food. I says, what, a cat shepherd's pie? Or it, joking aside, like, you know what I mean?
They got jelly in it. Or if you get the gravy one, it's not gravy in it.
But yeah, we were joking about it, and she says you might be fighting Benny for his dinner next week. but yeah, so same as we've said, it's he did manage to get a chicken because he left it till Sunday and went down on Sunday, and he sort of got down on his hands and knees, and there were two right at back, but there were a woman stood behind him, and she says, "Oh, have you found one?" He says, "I've done better than that." He says, "I found two."
Yes, he's going to chop up a dog.
So yeah, so this woman sort of was singing Chris's praises because she wanted a chicken, and he'd found one for us, and he gave other one to her. You know what I mean? And she says, "Oh, thank you, Duck." She says, "I appreciate it." And he says, "Yeah, but he says I've got to get down on my hands and knees to get them, like." So she says, "I'll help you up if you get stuck." So we got 4.
3 cats, sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, she were ever so grateful that he'd got down on his hands and knees and that he'd found her a chicken.
Grazie. I can't even do a forward roll there by the car wheel.
I am Mel. How are you?
Hello, Mel.
But it's getting ridiculous. You know what I mean? It's but now all the supermarkets in the UK are on about you see rationing's coming in already. They're rationing how many toilet rolls people can get, and this, that, and other. So same as we've said, it's like going back to World War II, where you got a ration book, and and you took your ration book to the shop, and so we'll soon be back there by the time this is done, I think. We've got Lena Music in as well.
Hello, Lena Music.
It's getting ridiculous. People at the end of the day, it's just panic buying. So it's all the supermarkets are having to put strategies in place so people aren't, well, this is an instance. Chris went down the other day, couldn't get any toilet rolls, so we've got an Home Bargains down there. So went into Home Bargains and he got the last toilet rolls on the shelf. And I don't know whether it was day after or a couple of days after that, he actually went down to Asda and they bought like a pallet full of toilet rolls. And he bought a 24. And he says, basically, bloke couldn't get them on the shelves quick enough. And he says,
just left them on pallet.
Yeah, within minutes, they were all gone.
Oi, oi.
I'm Jed.
Dog straps in the house.
So yeah, so same as Chris says, the guy didn't even bother taking them off the pallet. He just left them on the pallet. And Chris says it was crazy. It says within minutes they'd all gone. So yeah, you know, it's world's gone crazy. You know what I mean? So you know, it's I don't know, it's are we, you know, how long is it gonna last? We don't know.
All right, we'll be quiet then, I'm Jed. They put scenes of Times Square on TV today. Very different look to when you look Duckers.
Yeah. I mean, it were like what were we watching? I think it was Sky News, and it were in Rome, and it were absolutely deserted. You know what I mean? How do I stay sane? I bake. Yeah, I mean, Callum has been at college today. Chris says, do you mind if I go out with my camera to take a few photographs? I says, no, you know, you'll only go stir crazy if you sit in ours. So we went out doing some pictures. So I thought to myself, you know, I'll keep myself busy. I made some cookies. White chocolate at this as well.
I've had 3 already.
I think you've had more, haven't you?
No, 3.
Oh. So yeah. And so I baked some cookies. And the minute he walked through the door, he says, do you fancy a coffee? I went, yeah. He says, oh, you've been baking? I went, yeah. So, of course, he had to sample some. So he had 2, and then he had another one. So I don't think he tasted first 2.
No.
Yeah, I don't think he tasted first couple, so we had to have a 3rd one. So yeah, same as we, you know, I were only saying to Chris today, you know, I mean, old girl next door, I mean, she's in a way, you know, way into her 70s, and same as I said, you know, Mr. P, stand still with your arms stretched out and have Mrs. P turn the cam. Yeah. We've got Wakey.
Wakey.
You know, we're gonna have to, if they do sort of bring it, you know, older people have got to self-isolate for however long. I says we're gonna have to make sure that, you know, she's got provisions, you know, do a shopping for her and anything else that's necessary if she can't leave house. So you know, yeah, I think she's got a daughter, but I don't think she lives in the area, if you know what I mean. She don't live close enough, you know, and same as we've said,
my daughter
good to put chocolate through letterbox every day.
But top of the gas bill, she's got a Cadbury milk.
So yeah, so I mean, we said that today, you know, if this thing does come into force where the, you know, the elderly have to self-isolate and you know, we're going to have to make sure she's all right, and, you know, Chris will go shopping for her and anything else that, you know, any other provisions that she needs. So, you know, we'll not sort of leave her in the lurch. So, you know, we've already said that. So, but, you know, at the moment, it's a case of just waiting and seeing, really. went on a little walk.
Yeah.
He's been walking like an old man ever since.
I'm struggling to stay awake, to be honest.
Oh,
Might not last a night.
he's been out with a camera, so he's done quite a bit of walking. So he's worn himself out.
I had a good dog inside for you, Wakey.
What happens when we all have to self-isolate? I ain't got a clue. But it did say on the news the other day that when they're on about self-isolation, only trips that are necessary, like to get provisions, e.g. going to the supermarket, or like, you know, get your prescriptions, etc. So you know, they can't expect you to stay in and starve. So obviously, you know, it just says something about, you know, necessary trips, e.g., you know, getting provisions. So
Yeah, bread and milk, and that's it.
where did you go? Shrines
Reservoir.
Yeah.
Peak District. Well, just inside the Peak District.
Shrines, yeah, it says in Peak District.
Yeah, but when I got to the Shrines Reservoir, it were on private land. It were all blocked off, so I couldn't go down there. But just to the left of it were like a public footpath leading to these woods. So I had a walk in these woods, and I got to another reservoir, which I think was Derwent Valley Reservoir.
Oh, wakey, it is 1K.
Hey! Nice one, mate.
There you go. Congratulations to Wakey. Hit the 1K.
How many have you bought? Not kidding, mate.
I think he's doing a film, a YouTube video for it, but is waiting to download.
Yeah, upload. I've got 2 minutes. The thing that gets me is when those poor people tried to save their children in war-torn countries, all those people who said send them back because they have seen ones.
Yeah, I agree with Bella there.
Yep. They won't. There won't be a baby boom along with.
Not in this house, anyway.
Unless Dan decides to get randy with a woman.
Yeah, there not been no baby booms in this house.
You only need another 20,000 to make it pay.
Yeah. You know, that ship has well and truly sailed.
I had a stalk.
Yeah.
Stalker.
Unless somebody leaves one on doorstep. Yeah,
free to go home.
Yeah, that's the only way we're gonna get another little in. Is in case somebody leaves one on doorstep. So, but yeah, you know, I mean, it's he's got to do a giveaway.
Oh, what's the giveaway? We've got to wait and see.
Yeah.
This is laughing.
But yeah, you know, same as I says. I mean, then only kiddies that I like nowadays are them sort that you can give back. you only rent them for a little while.
Yeah, like Amelia.
Yeah, that you can give back.
Nice to see you. Bye.
Oh God, she's enough to put anybody off. Oh yeah.
Bless her.
I have a spare toilet roll, postage and packaging, no object. But yeah, we love Amelia to bits, but she's like a whirlwind, honestly.
Yes, I have a closed sign on as well. Huh?
She means the baby boom. Keep up, my dear.
Gordo.
But hiya, Gordo, how are you? So yeah, so it will actually came on Friday. And it's that, you know, if you're watching Joy, I'm sorry, but we breathed a sigh of relief after she'd gone.
I think Gats did.
Yeah, he's doing the giveaway toilet roll. So yeah, you know, and it's like basically into everything. She were fetching stuff out at bin. I've got like a little camera in a case. She got that off at table and she chucked it in Chris's bin. You know what I mean?
I know it's a crap camera, but there's no need to rub it in.
You know what I mean? And she, you know, she was taking stuff out one bin, and then she was pouring it in Chris's bin.
Fella says
a nice
to Wakey, a couple of nice lipsticks will
Oh dear. But yeah. So the question is, Gordo, when will the cider be ready?
Aye.
So I know it's hi, Frugal Farmer.
Frugal.
Yeah, we're okay at the moment. Touch wood.
I'm just knackered.
So I'm taking health advice and I'm blowing my nose on the tissue.
Blow it onto the screen so it's computer virus.
Gordo
it's
says,
a good job she don't know where you live, Wakey, otherwise you'd be a dead man.
Makes me laugh when all these people stockpiling. They must have industrial size freezers and storage units. Yeah. Well, I was just saying earlier on, Chris went down to our Asda, and normally first thing on a Monday morning they'll have a delivery. He couldn't get no milk whatsoever. No milk whatsoever. And he ended up, we've got a Premier shop just down the road, so we ended up going there. But it begrudges going there because it's what we class as a corner shop, and they know that they can pay how long is a piece of string. Well, I don't know. What some as I say, I'm not into like home brewing, so I don't know how, you know.
I'll be right back, Bobby. I'm just going to listen to the weather. Whatnot.
Bread is the thing that's bread all right. Have they got bread in?
Yeah, they got.
Yeah, Chris said they got bread, but it same as I say, he went down and he come back, and I think it was about 12:30, 25 to 1, and he come back and he was spitting feathers, and he says, this bloody thing, you know, it's driving me nuts. It's driving me round twist. I says, why? What's up now? He says, well, it were manic down there. He says, normally you can go down at this time and there's nobody in. He says, no, I couldn't get any milk for love nor money. Oh, dear. Iceland none, Sainsbury's none, Co-op none, Asda none. Oh, dear. We see that's good thing about where we are, Gordo. We've got Asda. We've got 2 Premier shops. We've got a bit further afield. We've got like a Erin, a Co-op, and then like slightly a bit further away in what's Woodseats. We've got Farm Foods and we've got Iceland and another little Asda.
Oh, they're not all be out of stock at all.
So it says no toast for me in the morning. Yeah, some as I say, it's not bread that we find in our to locate. It's milk. And I says to Chris, I says it could just have been that delivery were late, or for some reason delivery had been held up, or you don't know, do you? But the thing is with milk, you can't really freeze. Well, like you can freeze it, but it don't take the same after you've defrosted it, does it? You know what I mean? Bread you can chuck it freezer. Like pies you can chuck it freezer, but milk don't freeze very well. Yeah, I said that's where I said to Chris the other day. because Asda do it's quite a tall tin and it's like powdered milk. I mean, yeah, it don't taste all that great, but it's skimmed milk. And I says to Chris, I says, well, if needs be, I says, you're going to have to get some of that powdered milk. I says, or creamer, or, yeah, fat separates. You see, this is what I'm saying. Can't understand them selling out of milk because, you know, milk don't freeze. Well, it does, but not very well. So, yeah. But same as I says, it could have been quite a few reasons, you know. Delivery had been delayed. It had to deliver more urgent supply somewhere else, or, you know, it could have been a, you know. I've just got to wait for the yeast to ferment the sugar. Then I've got to transfer it to another demi to clear, and I've got the to bottle and let it mature for a few weeks. Oh, that's not too bad then. 4 to 6 weeks. So, and then he'll have cider. Well, there's one thing. If you can't get no milk or bread, you'll have to drink Gordon cider. I'm going to say, if you get drunk on your cider, you not want anything to eat. You'll forget about your hunger pangs and whatever. You'll be sloshed on your own brew. So yeah. But, you know, I mean, me and Chris were only talking about it all the day, and I says, you watch, I says, in a bit, I says, they'll start, you know, they'll be printing ration books out again, and, you know, and when you want any milk or essentials, you've got to get a voucher out at ration book. Oh, 8 to 10%. Ooh.
Not my head off that.
Yeah, I'm going to say that'll knock your socks off. So, yeah, so, you know, I don't know what we're going to do. So, you know, I mean, like somebody on Facebook was saying, I mean, like in Spain, beaches is, you know, empty. And they were saying like this, normally this time of year, it's even the beaches, but there were not a person in sight. Self-isolating with cider sounds like a plan. Well, there's one thing, Wakey. I mean, if it's as potent as what it says it is, it should kill the coronavirus, no problem. So yeah, you know. Hey, there's a thing. If it cures this coronavirus, you could sell it as an antidote. Oh, I think he's fiffy-faffing about, Bella. I mean, we checked the college website this morning because we and there've been I think there's been a case at the university in Sheffield. So I says to Chris, I says, oh, you better check website. You know, see if college is still open. But yeah, it was still open, and some as I was saying, he's made mince and onion pie, cheese and onion pie, and bread and butter pudding. So
not had them yet, but we will do.
I'm making cherry cider. Ooh, not. It sounds nice. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not a cider lover myself. Hey, we got Tracy.
Hello, Tracy.
I mean, this all goes back to in my teenage years. I got absolutely ratsters on cider, and I've never touched it since.
Same here.
Okay, then, my lady. I'll thank you for popping in.
See you later, alligator.
And have you had your delivery of chocolate today? Oh, alcoholic lemonade and cola. Oh. Oh, I wouldn't mind trying that.
A what?
She says, yeah. I says to my lady, I says, have you had your chocolate ration today? And she says, yeah. It's all right, Tracy. Don't worry about it. But I wouldn't mind trying that alcoholic lemonade or alcoholic cola. So, yeah. I mean, can you imagine? We're all going to have to start brewing his own beer and buying a car so we can milk a cow and make his own cheese and butter and whatever.
Buying a car?
What?
Huh?
What? Johnny 2 thought it was 5. Oh dear. But yeah, you know, can you imagine us all, you know, buying a calf at milk and making his own butter and his own cheese and everything? He says, oi, oi, I'm back. I'm done again. So yeah, you know, making his own butter and making his own cheese and oh dear. Okay then, Bella, I'll see you. I'll speak to you probably tomorrow. Hiya, custom wheel horse tractor. But yeah, you know, it's pardon me. Wakey says you've been hoarding your stash of toilet rolls, Amjad. See you later, Bella. Hope you get some sleep tonight. But yeah, toilet roll situation, we're all right for a bit. It's just the milk bit that we're worrying about, because some, as I say, we have milky coffees and them Dolce Gustos, you know, we're all right, but they're very expensive. So, but yeah. I mean, I wonder how these cash and carries is going on. I wonder if they've all sold out of toilet rolls, because cash and carries, they sell them in bulk, don't they? So it's just a thought that popped into my head. You know. We've got to have a
24-hour one.
Yeah, like most cash and carries, you have to have a car for it, don't you?
Not a car.
Card.
Oh, a card.
Yeah. You have to be a member.
I've got loads of cards in my wallet. You never said it had to be a specific one.
Yeah, well, like bookers and things like that. Yeah, will be a £5 a roll on eBay next week. Yeah, and you'll get some daft sod that'll be buying it and all.
Minimum bid.
Yeah. Well,
£20 postage and packaging.
I'm going to tell you a story. I bet Chris knows what I'm going to tell you. We always say to Callum, if you use the last toilet roll, you have to put a new one on. So anyway, he goes upstairs to clean his teeth and everything last night. And obviously he must use last of the toilet roll. So next thing he says, Dad. I says, what? He says, I've dropped a toilet roll down the toilet. And I went, oh, Callum, you stand near. So Chris goes up and he says, it's like a spring-loaded thing. And he got one end in, but then it twanged and it shot down the toilet. So Chris says, oh, don't panic, you know, we blah, blah, blah. So I says to him, I says, hiya, Ice Rose. Is it Thomas? I don't know. Amjad says his mum and two brothers are at Tesco shopping.
Good luck with that one.
So anyway, so Callum's panicking because he dropped this toilet roll down the toilet. So Chris goes up and changes it and thing, and I says, "What you done with that toilet roll?" He says, "Don't worry, I ain't thrown it away." He says, "I put it on top of the toilet." I says, "You're gonna have to chuck it in tumble dryer, us." You know, I says it's a very valuable commodity as a toilet roll. So yeah. So I says when we were going to bed, I says you could put it up on Marketplace on Facebook or on eBay. Not being yours, but slightly damp. Yeah. So we've left it on top of the toilet. I says to Chris, put it on top of radiator. So you know, it'll be all right once it's dried out. I mean, you know, there weren't anything down toilet because he always flushes toilet after he's been and whatnot. So, but obviously he'd been to the toilet, flushed it, tried to put this toilet roll, you know, this new toilet roll on, and it had twanged out and fell down the toilet. So yeah, you know, we're not that desperate, you know, that we're going to have to use it straight away. So by the time we need it, it'll have dried out. So
that'll be desperate last.
that'll be for Ron, you know. But you see, the thing is, Amjad, we heard on our local news this morning that somebody from the university had contracted the virus. Now, Callum ain't at university, is at college, but I says to Chris, I says, before you send him off to college and whatever, I says, just check the website, because, you know, keep the more or less say, keep checking website for any updates. So Callum has actually been today, but by the end of the week, that might have changed. We don't know.
Spray some olive oil on it and pretend it's posh roll.
But yeah, so Callum actually went to college today, but we expect him by end of week, you know, that something's going to happen. You know, they're going to.
When they having that meeting, government? Is it Thursday?
I've no idea. No idea, to be honest with you. So yeah, so Callum's still going at the moment, but that could change tomorrow. It could change later on in week. I don't know. So yeah, so at the moment we keep checking the website. Until they say otherwise, it'll keep going. So I'm laughing. Angela sent me some things. I've seen both of them. What were I going to say? I forgot now. So yeah, I'll just. Hey, we've got Dennis in.
Hello, Grandad.
Universal Credit and PIPs face-to-face health assessments suspended due to coronavirus. So I'm supposed to be having one of them. So that looks like that's out at window. So how much is baguette juice on that? It says coronavirus guidance, college open as normal. So as far as we know, the college is still open.
That's not pleasing.
No. It says Ghost Town, major Sheffield Road deserted at rush hour as coronavirus fears grow.
Hey, where this afternoon when I come back?
It says Chesterfield Road.
Chesterfield Road?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably quite busy, that one as well.
So,
I'm sharing the video if anybody's chatting.
Yeah.
To me.
it's all right. I'm Tesco, Sainsbury's, Aldi, Asda put restrictions on items amid stockpiling. So there you go.
What?
They put in restrictions. It says Tesco, Sainsbury's, Asda, Aldi put restrictions on items amid stockpiling.
Time.
So there you go. That's a bit of news update.
Should have done that straight away.
So yeah. So it's just I've just read it out that Tesco, Sainsbury's, Asda, and Aldi are all putting restrictions so people can't stockpile. So I just thought I'd read that out to you. So, but yeah, same as I say, Callum, you know, we checked the college website last night, and I went, it looks like Callum's going to college tomorrow. We checked it again this morning. So until they say otherwise, I mean, obviously, but I mean, all that could change between now and end of week. So I'm 2 away from my goal and return all support genuinely. So yeah, you know, it's it's a case of you know, same as I said, you've got to be, you know, it's all right stockpiling, but you know, it's
how much of that food's going to get wasted?
Yeah, that you know what I mean. It's I just checked Ice Rose. I'm already subscribed to you anyway, so so if anybody wants to support, here we've got Georgian as well.
Hello, Georgie lad.
Have you been to school today, George? Callum's been to college, and I was just saying, unless we get told otherwise, you know, we'll still be going. But I mean, between now and end of week, I mean, all that could change. So yeah, so if anybody wants to subscribe to Ice Rose, please feel free to do so. I'm sure she will support you back. Oh, Dennis has just hit 6K.
Oh, boom! I keep on going, Dad.
Me and all.
Is Nicky Marshall?
Yeah, but you know, it's a case of yeah. But I hope school closes though. Callum keeps hoping college will close, but But you see, this is the thing. I mean, this is what we keep saying, Amjad. You know what I mean? Chris couldn't get any milk today at all. You know, and it's what next? Toilet rolls, hand sanitizers. Yeah, I mean, there were a friend of mine that I've got on Facebook. She's got a young baby, and she said she'd been all over the place. She couldn't get no nappies. She couldn't get any formula for baby. You know, and it's such as them. I mean, she's got a baby. So why are they stockpiling baby food and nappies? And yeah, I can understand, you know. But she couldn't get, she said she'd been all over the place. You know, she'd been all over the place. I think wet wipes as well. She couldn't get no wet wipes. She couldn't get nappies. She couldn't get like powdered milk for baby. You know what I mean? And it's them that I feel sorry for. You know, that have got a young'un and can't get the basic provisions to feed the child. You know, and it does. This is what gets me mad about it. You know, she says she just went to do her normal shop like she does every week and couldn't get the essentials that she needed for a little one. You know, I don't know. It's you know, it boggles the mind, you know. She can't even feed her own, you know, and she's got a little in, yet she's going to she's having to go further afield to try and get baby milk and nappies and wet wipes. It says, I went into YouTube studio earlier and found over 200 comments that had been hidden from my channel. Oh dear. So you see, this is what I do, because you see, like, I put restrictions on comments and I go in it every day because it says so many needs approval, and then there's like one like spam folder. So most comments have to be approved by myself. So you know, I do that on a daily basis, just in case there's something I've missed. You know what I mean? But I do it on a daily basis because, like, it says inappropriate words or things like that. You can filter the comments that actually come through, and if you feel that there's one that's, you know, detrimental to your channel or detrimental to yourself or whatever, you just delete it. You don't have to approve it. So Iceland close to us on Wednesdays from 10 till 1 is only open to the elderly. I think that's a good idea. And I think, like, Asda and Aldi and Sainsbury's could take a leaf out, take a leaf out of their book and say, well, look, between these hours, there's only the elderly that are allowed to shop between certain hours.
In Dennis's bracket must be at least 60.
That's how we know that they only open to elderly between 10 and 1.
He's got an Iceland pass.
Sorry, Dennis.
Gets him free with it. Gets a carer in free with him.
So, you know, I love you really, Dennis. Oh dear. Wrinkly hour. That one's a good one, Gordo. Blue Rinse Brigade hour. Oh dear. Because people keep saying, are you not self-isolation? I says, I might look old, but I'm not quite 70 yet.
How many carrier bags have they got? 1 or 2?
Oh dear. Dennis has put I love you too, Jeanette. Well, we've got to laugh about it, if not we'll cry. But
not happy hour.
Oh dear. Well, this is a thing, Dennis. Chris went to our house yesterday. Well, he went, were it Friday, Saturday, and couldn't get any like pork or a chicken or anything for Sunday dinner. So anyway, we were joking about it, and I says to Chris, I says, well, if waste comes to fit waste, I'd have to make a shepherd's pie with cat's meat. So, you know, there's a challenge for you there, Dennis. You'll have to whip something up either with cat meat or dog meat.
Well, if Dennis gets on his hands and knees about it, thinking he's actually to marry her.
Yeah. So anyway, to cut a long story short again, Chris went down yesterday morning, and he got down on his hands and knees when, you know, he thought he were going to have to go, you know, get a frozen you know, he got down on his hands and knees, and there were two right at back. He's been a bit naughty again.
He's been saucy.
Yeah, he's been a bit saucy. Oh, they've got everything that they need.
I haven't got baby oil on the go.
But anyway, so same as I say, he got down on his hands and knees, and there were two right at back at shelf. So this woman was stood behind him, and she says to him, she says, "Is there any there, Duck?" He says, "You're in luck." He says, "There's two." So she says, "Well, you don't want both, do you?" And he went, "No, I only want the one." So she says, "Oh, good." She says, you know, she was saying, thank you, you know, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, so it was crisis averted because he got a chicken. And this woman were over at moon that he'd found two right at back at shelf. So, you know, this woman will be forever in Chris's debt because they found her a chicken. So, yeah. Oh, dear. But, I mean, we not starved because Callum's made two pies today and a bread and butter pudding. So one's a minced beef and onion, and I think he said other one's a cheese and onion pie, something like that. So we not starve. We ain't got to resort to cat meat yet. So
You're safe for now, Lucy.
yeah, you're safe for now, Lucy.
You might fill a small hole.
Yeah. The same as I say, Chris was livid when he come back and he couldn't get any milk this morning. Aye, somebody say pie. Yeah.
I do but eat shed.
This time, Ian, I haven't made it. Callum's does catering and hospitality. So these are the two pies that he's made. I think that's the minced beef and onion one. So there you go. That's one. That one's the minced beef and onion one that he's made. That must be the cheese and onion one, obviously.
Excuse me, what you'd like? The coffee.
Bella has the pork pie knicker. I have the pizza knicker. Little sod just helped himself to a slice of pizza. Ronnie the pizza knicker.
all his fried wasabi.
Yeah. Hey, Ian. And for afters, it's made, and it stands for bread and butter pudding.
That's what's sorted.
So yeah. So BB Pud stands for bread and butter pudding. So yeah, we've got two pies and a bread and butter pudding to keep us going. So yeah, we all right for a bit. It's just Chris's you know, hope they don't run out of milk. Well, they've been talking about some of the symptoms for people with the mild virus. I defo had the worst sore throat I have ever had and swollen glands. So that's me sorted. I feel great now. He says, "Are you sure it could be black pudding and beetroot?" No, because I've heard it straight from horse's mouth. He said it was bread and butter pudding. In fact, I'll
All depends what you put in it.
yeah. Oh, look at that. Oh, I'm going to show you. Oh, look at that. Yes, it's definitely bread and butter pudding. It says no need to rub it in because I can't get any bread. So yes, that is definitely bread and butter pudding. So we know where Gordo will be coming for his tea. Callum, your mum says you're a horse. What, just because I said it comes straight from horse's mouth? He's the ones that's made them.
I'm having.
I bet you've got a cookie. There's soon be none of them left. You see what Johnny's put?
I cannot run a computer.
I just done a mega virus killing fart. Oh my God, can't get away from my stuff, lol. So yes, I mean, by the time Mr. P's done, them cookies that I baked this afternoon will be all gone. So I made some cookies, and he's one that's had most. So
5 now.
they mine and Callum's. I made white chocolate chip cookies. So yeah, somebody's sat it.
Oh, did you see what Angus said?
What?
Let's go shuts at 10 o'clock, not 24 hours.
Oh, we see this is the thing. They probably people are going in early hours thinking that it can get away with getting whatever they want.
I put them in the right place.
What?
Your cookies.
Oh, 2, you mean?
No, when I put them in front of the camera, in front of you.
Yeah.
And otherwise, in front of your boobies.
Oh. But yeah, because you see, Callum were at college. Chris says, "Do you mind if I go out with camera?" I says, "Well, look, it's lovely outside. You may as well go out while weather's nice." So while they were gone, I thought, I know. I'm laughing at what Wakey's put. Do you remember the snorkel parkers? I thought it used to take 2 or 3 minutes to get to your nose. So yeah, so I thought to myself, I know, I'll keep myself busy. I'll make some cookies. So that's what I did. I made white chocolate chip cookies. So yeah, but only problem is Mr. P keeps eating them. You know, I made nearly 2 dozen and they're nearly all gone.
You're nearly off at screen.
Hey?
You're nearly off at screen.
Oh. Is it? It's this thing. It's lent back a bit. So there we go. But anyway, same as I say, so I can't make any more because I've run out of chocolate drops at the moment. Surprised there are any left. I'm surprised at all because he keeps nicking them.
At all.
Yeah, every time you go in kitchen.
It's not me, I tell you. It's she's nicking them all.
Yeah.
Not me.
It's all right. I only make them.
Yeah, that's the rule. You make them, I eat them. So
yeah. I only make them. It says it weren't me either. We all know who it was. Because this was the thing. He always rings me before he sets off. So he rung me and he says, I've just set off. He says, I should be home shortly. He said, you know, he don't like me to worry about him, etc. So I says to him, I says, oh, I've been baking. He says, what you made? What you made? And I went, I'm not telling you. I says, you'll have to wait and see till you come home. So, yeah. You know, so anyway, as soon as he comes in through the door, he goes in the kitchen and he says, I'll make a coffee. I went, all right. So he goes in there, sees them on cooling rack. They hadn't even had time to go in a tub or anything. So he sees them and he goes, oh, cookies. I went, yeah, they're your favourite as well. I says, the white chocolate.
I hope you can see a lot of space on that bit of cooling rack there.
Wakey says, I'm going to have to make a cuppa now and have a couple of Jaffas. There's nothing like homemade cookies, Wakey. Amjad put, cookies.
Cookies.
So, yeah, so...
Cookie Monster me.
Amjad's trying to make a joke. I'm Jaffa Cakes. Amjad and Jaffa Cakes, lol. But, yeah, you can always dare bet that when I make cookies, they go, well, I was just going to say like hotcakes, but they do go like hotcakes. Oh, and oh, you put a link into your video, have you?
Yeah.
When I made the lemon drizzle flapjacks other day, tell them what they tasted like, baby.
Oh.
Yeah, they were at. He says, well, he says you've outdone yourself this time. He says, I thought my favourite were lemon drizzle. He says, but lemon drizzle flapjacks. He says, God, he says, they are this world. So, yeah, you know, I didn't think there were anything could impress him, you know, as regards with baking anymore. But yeah, we're in raptures over these lemon drizzle flapjacks. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
I'm
gonna have some of them and all. There's a couple there.
It got munchies on. But yeah, I mean, like when I says to him, I says, oh, I'm going to make some lemon drizzle flapjacks. And I said, can you get me some lemon curd from down at Asda? And he went, lemon curd, what do you want that for? I says, I'm trying a new recipe out. It's called lemon drizzle flapjacks. So he went, oh, I don't like thought, you know, I don't like thought of that. Lemon curd in flapjacks. He says, somehow they don't seem to go together. But I'm telling you,
You did.
yeah. So basically, it's like you make them like normal flapjacks, except you put the 3/4 of the flapjack mixture in, a layer of lemon curd, and rest of flapjack mixture on top. And then once it's out of the oven and cooled down, you make some icing sugar and lemon juice to make like an icing, and then you just drizzle it over.
What am I about flapjacks?
I made some lemon drizzle flapjacks the other day.
Oh.
You know, when I made that blueberry and lemon drizzle cake.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Same as I say, at first, Chris was saying, oh, you know, he weren't too sure about it. Where's he going? Oh, it's all right. You know, he weren't too sure about it, but once he tasted them, core blimey. And you know, I'm not sort of blowing my own trumpet here, but oh God, they are.
Is it a spoken
very
food coming now?
Hey,
Amjad.
Oh, sausage surprise and chicken surprise. But yeah, they are amazing. So if anybody wants the recipe, I can send it you. They are absolutely
I'm
delicious.
going to say, if you knock at the door and say, can I have some? I'll say no.
That's one thing he's not good to not part with.
Oh.
His white chocolate cookies or his lemon drizzle flapjacks. You know, that's one thing. Two other things that he won't part with. So don't expect lemon drizzle flapjacks or white chocolate cookies because he not part with them. So
Not a chance.
so I even, same as I say, I even surprised him. He were rumming and ahhing and saying, "Oh, you know, lemon curd. I'm not a big fan of lemon curd, but they were absolutely gorgeous." So so yeah. Well, you see, I mean, Chris can vouch for Amjad.
These are better than Asda's.
They just well, you know, like our Asda's is like flat. These aren't flat. They sort of crunch on outside.
That's why you set her off.
We can ride. Just watching Mr. Pix's last video. I bet that's Thomas.
He's just uploaded a recent video.
Your dad?
Yeah.
He says he's just watching it.
Oh. I bet you're not seeing my comment.
I've already replied to it.
Oh.
It is.
It is. It's
It's Mr. Thomas. I've just subscribed to you, Thomas.
It's a stranger.
Thomas. I said it were.
It's a stranger. Don't subscribe to him. It's a stranger.
Never mind, half moon jump from full moon straight to a total eclipse.
All right. Is he talking riddles again?
So you haven't seen Callum bending over, have you?
You should have seen him this morning. He walked in with his breakfast, with his Rice Krispies in one hand, his cup of coffee in the other, and his trousers round his ankle.
Well, there's a story behind that. He's lost that much weight, and he has to walk in with holding his pajamas because he's lost that much weight. You all survive. I'm dad to sit round and round the garden. But we'll survive. Thomas Callum's made minced beef and onion pie, cheese and onion pie, and a bread and butter pudding today. So
yeah, but Gordon, what about Tesco's? See this comment.
Not sure about Iceland. Banned sex in public is banned in Iceland. Not sure about Asda though. Oh, but yeah. Callum's still going to college, so at the moment they've not closed his college. So, but same as I say, that could all change between now and end of week. Yeah, he's seen what Dennis has put.
What?
No.
No. He says, have you been panic buying yet? No.
No, because we ain't got no stuff to panic buy.
I'm going to say, the chance to be a fine thing.
It's all gone.
Chris went down to Asda today and couldn't get any milk.
They get like 11 bottles of milk.
What's that? Waked.
It's for you to react to.
Oh.
I'll have a goosey gander.
I'm going on my phone to have a look where it is.
Oh no, I can't say that.
Can't say what?
It's an ad.
The C word. Apparently, you can get demonetized on YouTube for saying it.
That's a lot of rubbish. Jaffa Cake's full moon.
Oh, yeah. That's what we're on about.
We're here now.
Yeah, we get the gist of it now. Goosey gander.
Go down Tea Farm and get a cow.
That's what I said earlier on, Dennis. I says, before you know it, we're going to have to go and buy a cow and milk it and make my own butter, make my own cheese.
Get Callum chasing a chicken round in the field.
No. No, I'd rather go on that.
He says, you've seen China now has bird flu again.
Oh dear.
But you see, this is what Chris said to me other day. It says, I went down to Asda. It says, and there were these Chinese with masks on. It says, it were them feckers that bought it here in first place.
Ready? Oh, my phone. No.
We ain't got any grass to cut anyway, Wakey. So,
What are you doing to my phone, lad?
so basically, I mean, we'd be better off with a cow.
He's a trick.
Put it out on grass out there, mind you. You'd have all on Sunday coming and milking it, wouldn't you?
We'll build our Callum a little outhouse. You could charge £20 per tit.
That sounds very ominous.
We'll send Callum out on guard duty so nobody milks it without our permission. So,
What Chinese people bought all the milk and blue rolls.
but yeah, Chris says it says not if you butchered it first.
What?
But yes, Chris went down to our Asda and he says there's cheek of some people. He says Chinese were there with face masks on. He says it was them feckers that bought it here in first place. But I mean, I'd sooner have cow for milk so I could make butter and cheese and things like that rather than for its meat. Well, this is the thing as well, Tracy. I ain't been going anywhere because I'm in one of the risk categories. I'm only going to go out if absolutely necessary. I'm not self-isolating in any way, shape or form, but the less I put myself at risk, the less likelihood of me getting it, if you know what I mean. So, at the moment, my immune system is sort of non-existent. So I don't risk like going out and putting myself in harm's way if I don't need to. So yeah, it's a case of you have to do what's right for yourself.
We'll have to get an armchair outside so you can have a sit down and get some fresh air out on back garden.
Yeah. What, wrapped up in winter woolies?
Yeah. Your woolly hat on.
Yeah. So yeah. Same as I said, and Chris keeps saying, yeah, that's right. He says, you send me out. He says, and you put me in harm's way. I says, yeah, but your immune system's better than mine.
Not that much.
But, I mean, this is the thing. I mean, Chris has sort of been saying to me, oh, don't keep going on about it. Don't talk about it. Don't believe everything that you see and everything. And then he come to me yesterday afternoon and he says, he says, I'm face sweating. He says, have a feel. What do you think? Have I got a fever? So, you know what I mean? Yep. Stay at home and let Pixie bring it to you. So yeah, so he's one saying to me yesterday afternoon, he says, I keep sweating. And he says, just feel my forehead. He says, do you think I've got a fever? And I went, now who's panicking?
Well, when you're sweating like that.
Yeah, but I mean, it could just be the fact that it's getting a bit warmer.
Yeah, but I was sat down.
But
I weren't doing no.
same as I say, we're not sort of panicking at the moment.
No, we're not yet.
You see, the only concern I've got is Callum and going to college
I'm running out of coffee.
and running out of milk and coffee.
We didn't get another jar of coffee if there is any. Not a chance.
Was it after walking up a mountain, Mr. Picks? No, this was yesterday. Hey, we've got Asian. So yeah, you know. Wakey says most exercise I get lately is breathing me and all, and going up to go to the toilet. Oh dear, but yeah, I get by. I get by.
Yeah, she does.
So you've got to make most on it. You know what I mean?
She gets up as I walk about and says, "Right, that's it for a week. I'm done."
Yeah, it's a case of I don't know what this is.
What?
Oh, God knows how long this ad is running.
Which one?
It's I put my thing so I could check that link out, and it's an ad, and it's still got 5 minutes and 10 seconds to go.
On your video?
Yeah.
Pickled onions, Tesco's got those. Oh, I'm going down Tesco's, they'll have me pickled onions.
If anyone needs pickled onions, Tesco's got loads. Well, I've just been saying, Callum does catering and hospitality at college, and he's made a minced beef and onion pie, cheese and onion pie, and bread and butter pudding. So we're all right for a few days. It was just milk that.
Yeah, but we're saving Tucker for Sunday roast.
Yeah, Chris were panicking this morning because he couldn't get no milk. I says we're gonna have to go out and buy a cow and make us own.
Put it in your shed.
Yeah. Well, there's nowhere to graze it, is there? We ain't got
I'll get my grass box.
We've got a back garden, but it's sort of all pebbled over, and you know what I mean. Toothpaste.
Pile on toothpaste.
Yeah. But I was saying earlier on, Dennis, somebody that I know, a friend of mine on Facebook, she's got a little in, and she said she went to do a weekly shop. She couldn't get baby any nappies, she couldn't get wet wipes, and she couldn't get baby formula. You know what I mean? And I says it's like such as her that I feel sorry for, that people, these mindless people that are going out and stockpiling everything. You know, and she can't get what she normally gets in a weekly shop to feed and you know, change a baby's bum. You know what I mean? And this is what, you know, makes me so mad about it. She's having to traipse round all shops with a young baby just so she can get the essential supplies that she needs for her little one. You know, and this is what gets me so mad about it. You know, nappies, baby formula, and wet wipes. You know what I mean? And they like the essentials that you need when you've got a little one. Yeah. Wakey says it pissed me off when all the flour was gone. I bet most of them can't even boil an egg, let alone bake bread. But you see, this is the thing, you know. I can see sort of like how, you know, they're wanting to plan ahead, but flour, you know what I mean? Same as I say, like mostly when I do a weekly shop, I get one of each anyway. So I've always got plenty of flour in. But you know, you come a few
Yeah, but
weeks or a month down the line, you know, my stock's just going to be running out.
Yeah, but don't you need yeast to do flour?
Yeah, I've got some yeast.
Yeah, but I bet them Pillits has bought a shed load of flour. I bought any yeast and wheat.
But yeah, I mean, I've got yeast, I've got flour. You know what I mean? You better ask Mr. P that one, Dennis.
What?
When's your next video?
When she gets to do green screen.
I've got to do green screen. I have got a couple that's already been filmed, but then he had this.
Crash.
Yeah, his laptop crashed. He only got this other laptop other day. So I've got to do green screen. I will be your cameraman.
Yeah.
So I have got, you know, I was just saying, Dennis, I did 2 test runs on Friday.
It wasn't on about your baking video films.
Yeah, I know. Oh, he says I'm just multitasking. He says he's on another live stream. I'll show you some angles. I'm just going to sort of, I know I said it earlier on. I always like sometimes just to test run recipes if I've not made them before. I'm telling you, Dennis, I made lemon drizzle flapjacks the other day on Friday.
Oh, my word.
Yeah, and they was absolutely delicious.
She's redoing them tomorrow. She doesn't know it yet. We've only got 2 left.
Yeah, Chris was sort of umming and ahhing because it's got like lemon curd in it, and he was saying, "Oh, I'm not too sure." But Dennis, when he tasted it, okay then, Thomas. See you later.
See you later, Thomas lad.
But yeah, what it is, it's your normal flapjack recipe. You put 3/4 of the mixture in a tin, put a layer of lemon curd on it, put the rest of the flapjack mixture on it, bake it in oven, and then once it's cooled down, you make the icing with icing sugar and lemon juice and drizzle it over the top. Absolutely amazing.
I don't think Dennis will like them, so when Emma makes them, I'll have to eat them.
But yeah, once Chris had tasted them, and he says, I'm sorry I had reservations about them. He says these are absolutely gorgeous. So you can drizzle lemon over me and call it Ben Drizzle. But yeah, I mean, it's same as I say, it's not very often that something, you know, he raves about, but honestly, Dennis, they are absolute den drizzle. It's meant to say den drizzle. Pardon me.
It spoils the joke when he doesn't say it right.
Yeah. It's one of them things where you've got to taste them to understand how absolutely delicious they are.
Oh.
I mean, if you like a flapjack and you like lemon drizzle, then they're the recipe to make.
Even if you don't like a flapjack, if you don't like drizzle, you'll like these.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's not very often he raves about something, Dennis, but he did about these lemon drizzle flapjacks.
Not kidding, girl.
So, you know, it's on a par with the lemon drizzle cake.
Oh, yeah, it's really taken over. Drizzling flaps.
Oh dear.
Always one in there.
Yeah.
Always one.
Oh dear. But yeah, this simple, yeah, they're absolutely out this world. I'll go as far as saying, yeah, they are out this world. If you're not a baker, these are dead easy to make. So,
Yeah,
know.
I'm not making any.
yeah.
Fell into that trap once before.
Not
happening again.
But they are. Flapjacks are simple to make. You know, only a bit of cooking you've got to do. Well, when I say only a bit of cooking you've got to do, you have to melt the butter, brown sugar, and golden syrup. But then once you mix all the rolled oats and everything in, you just bung them in oven, and then that's it. A presto. But yeah, I mean, I've made flapjacks before. I think I've overcooked them a little bit, and they've been a bit sort of brittle, hard. These are dead. Yeah, they dead moist and gooey, and yeah. You know what I mean? I'm glad I found it.
Couldn't help it.
That's like half the things that come out of your mouth, mate. You can't help it. Oh, I love it when you talk, mate, isn't it?
Moist. Oh dear.
Are we going again?
Oh dear.
Always gets naughty on your channel when Mr. Searching Grandad comes in.
I know. I'll find it now.
That's what he said. Can't find it.
Oh dear. Oh, we are. I'll try and copy. I'll try and copy the link.
Dennis is laughing.
I'll do one better. I'll send Dennis the recipe. Should I?
Oh, they want you to film it, Dennis.
Yeah.
Getting all the angles on it.
I've sent you the recipe, Dennis.
Wakey's way. What about me? What about me? I want it.
So yeah. But yeah, the oh yeah.
I want it, thank you. Just don't burn them like you did them pies.
But I've downloaded a few more today. So yeah, so I fancy that too. Tracy wants it as well. I've got to find it again now.
Should cost you about 20 quid per time. You can have one for a bog roll.
We'll trade. We'll do a trade off, should we? You cannot recipe if
I can cook a pie now. That's the only thing you can cook in it, Dennis. A pie.
I've sent it you, Tracy. So yes, I have sent it to Tracy as well. So there you go.
We swap Chris. Oh dear.
So I've sent it to Tracy. You're welcome. Same as I say, the easy to make.
Easy. Dead easy to eat at all.
And you know, and if Chris raves about them, you know, same as I say, he rumming and ahhing when I says, oh, can you get me some lemon curd? Because as a rule, I don't keep lemon curd in because it's not, you know, there's not many recipes that call for it. but I says, oh, lemon drizzle flapjacks. So I says to him, get me a jar of lemon curd. He says, well, what do you want lemon curd for? I says, these lemon drizzle flapjacks. And he went, you know, flapjack. He says, I like flapjacks. He says, but with lemon curd. But tell you, Tracy, he, yeah.
Noise.
So, but I like, I haven't vlogged because some recipes I like to try out first, because I thought to myself, well, if Chris don't like it, you know, should I vlog it or shouldn't I, sort of thing. Yeah, I'd wanted cookie recipe now. I want to start charging.
Oh, we need some hand sanitizer, Amjad. You'll have to send us some of that. Some toilet rolls off the Tracy.
Yeah. I'm sending everybody my secrets.
You tell you, but then she'll have to kill you.
Yeah. There you go, Amjad. I've sent you the cookie recipe. So, and believe you me, Amjad, you will not regret it. Oh, it says I'll have the cookie recipe as well. Wakey.
Are you loved the white chocolate cookie?
No.
Oh. Well, that's the next one on your list then, isn't it?
Right. Right, I've sent.
Well, if you're making some more, it means I can have some more of that lot.
I have sent you the recipe, Wakey.
All them pounds that I lost from that walk, I've gained them all with cookies.
But yeah, you'll not regret it, because some, as I say, the sort of the same as Chris says, they're better than them that you buy in Asda or Tesco's or wherever you shop, because you see, it says like a tablespoon and a half to each cookie. So I've got like a small ice cream scoop. So I used that, and I found they were just right amount. And it should make, it says on the recipe, it makes 14. So if you've got like a small, if you've got a small ice cream scoop, that will just be the right amount. So, so yeah, you know, it will, it's like they're cooked on the outside, but they're soft on the inside, if you get what I mean. You know, some cookies that you can bake are very crisp. But same as I say, I buy Asda's own make chocolate chips. And I've always got either milk chocolate chips, white chocolate chips. So I'd got some white chocolate chips, and I thought, oh, I'll make these white chocolate cookies. And it does say 150 grams, but the only thing that Callum said, oh, there weren't enough chocolate chips in it. So if you're going to make them, I'd say 2 packets. So, you know, I just use Asda Smart Price flour, best for baking butter, and these chocolate chips are less than £1 a packet. So, but you see, his recipe called for milk, white and dark chips. So, some, as I say, I just buy Asda's cheap, you know, it's all right buying Dr. Oetker, yeah, they're nice, but I reckon Asda's own mech are just as good. So, you know, why pay like double price of what these Asda ones are, paying for the name of Dr. Oetker? If they, you know, if this Simon cough cough splutter sniff. So yeah, you know, I mean, it don't. I mean, you get all these like baking vlogs and blogs and whatever saying, oh, always use the best ingredients, but it don't always. You know, in my mind, you don't have to use all expensive ingredients. It's just a myth. As long as you know what you're doing. You know, I buy Smart Price plain flour. I buy Smart Price self-raising flour. I buy Asda's icing sugar. I buy Asda's caster sugar. You know, wherever possible, I buy the cheapest. And they still come out saying, oh, Tracy's going to start baking with Keena. Says, make sure you'll make Jeanette famous. She's a good cook and she knows what she's talking about. Oh, but you see, the same as I say, I always, only time I buy Dr. Oetker chips or anything like that is if they don't have Asda's in. I mean, it's like I use Asda's baking powder. I use Asda's bicarb soda. But last time I ordered bicarb soda, they hadn't got that in, so they substituted it for Dr. Oetker. Yeah, this is what I'm saying, Dennis. You know, you get a lot of these, but I look at it this way, like a lot of bloggers say, oh, you must use the best, you know, the best stuff, the best flour, but they getting paid to say that, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? They probably getting paid to say that. You know, take it from me. I use all cheap stuff wherever possible, and they still turn out saying. So, you know, it's just a bit of a myth where they all say, you know, buy best ingredients, best quality flour, best quality sugar. I buy all Asda stuff. I buy, like, even the Sultanas, they Smart Price. You know what I mean? And it's just a myth. And I'm not getting paid to say that. So believe you me, when I... Jeanette's cheapo bake. No, baking on a budget.
Hey, you could go well with that.
Yeah, you know, and it's you know, it's so long as you know what you're doing, that's all that matters. It's not your ingredients. It's so long as you know what you're doing. Baking with Asda. But yeah, I mean, Chris, you know, Chris will vouch for it. You know, everything I make is Smart Price or the cheapest version or whatever. And it you know, it don't matter.
It's all out of the same machine anyway.
Yeah. And Chris, you know, and Chris will vouch for it, taste and everything. You know what I mean? So you know, it's all just a myth. And I mean, and a lot of these vloggers, are getting paid to promote certain makes. Let's just say the white shopping. You know what I mean? So that they've got an ulterior motive to push other brands on you, if you know what I mean, because they're getting paid to do that. You know, like I go on Baking Mad, and you know, it's got all, like, it's where different people, like there's Mary Berry recipes, and there's, you know, different bakers, or you know, famous bakers, you know, and then they say you need such and such plain flour. We recommend Allinson's, but they only promoting that because they're getting paid to say that. Got to bury my mum on the 30th. Hoping we
Oh, bless you.
Stay away from the white shopping sausages. Now that could be cat food. Hiya, Jeff. How are you?
Hello, Jeff.
So, yeah, I hope everything goes off all right, Simon. Yeah, it's never easy, but you know, burying your mum. I mean, I lost my mum 3 years ago. You see, we planned a trip to Skegness and like staying overnight, because on 10th it's 10 years since my stepdad died. On the 11th, it's 3 years since my mum died. So we planned a trip to Skegness because we scattered the ashes, both of them in the same spot, obviously 10 years apart. Well, 7 years apart, sorry. But my mum always said to me she wanted her ashes scattering in the same place as Norman's were scattered. So it's like our way of paying tribute to her and to Norman. So we don't know whether we're going to be able to get or not, because if they put everybody on lockdown, we're not going to be able to go. So same as I said to Chris, you know, we sort of said, you know, normally we'd go there and back in the same day. It's like 2.5 hours from here there, 2.5 hours back. That's 5 hours. So it means you don't have much time there. So we sort of make decision. Oh well, we'll stop for a couple of nights. And that's what we're thinking of doing, unless we're here otherwise. Stopping the Friday and the Saturday night, and then coming home on the Sunday. So, but it's just a case of waiting and seeing. You know, we like to go and put some flowers on railings, you know. You know, because if we don't do it, nobody else will. So, you know, but it's just a case of waiting and seeing now. You know, so I know what you're going through. You know, I mean, I lost my stepdad and my mum, so you know, it is hard. Even though my mum like been gone 3 years this year, I mean, it don't get any easier. You know, you're always reminded of that day. Well, roughly about 2.5 hours, depending on what route you go. We could do it quicker.
And traffic.
Yeah, and traffic.
Newark's a nightmare.
So yeah. But anyway, same as I say, you know, it's just our way of paying tribute to my mum and my stepdad, and going to put some flowers there. But rather than going there and back the same day, we decided we'd make a weekend of it and stop over a couple of nights. So, but it's a case of waiting and seeing whether or not, you know, it all pans out. Takes me less than 2 hours, and I've got another 30 miles to go. So as I say, it all depends, you know.
Yeah, but we don't get speeding tickets on way down there, mate.
we stick to speed limit. Well, I say roughly about 2.5 hours. I mean, you know, it's a bit of give and take either way. You know what I mean? You know, yeah, it's you know, it's not abroad or anything like that, and you know, we were thinking about going away in a cottage and everything, but obviously we
outside of Sheffield's foreign.
It's a case of what with everything that's going off. We thought we'd hang fire till a bit later in the year to go away, but we didn't know that weekend it's bank holiday weekend as well. Oh, Gordon Bennett, we normally stop over when we go up that way. It's a 700 round mile trip on Gordon Bennett. But so yeah, so you know, we were thinking of booking a cottage for a week, and we sort of put that on hold with recent events, and then we said, oh well, you know, we'll just you know, we'll sort of, you know, take some flowers. But it went till Joy come and visited on Friday, and we said we asked to look after cats, and you know, she says, do you realise it's bank holiday weekend? I went, no. So she says, yeah, on the Friday, it's Good Friday, and it's Easter Sunday. I says, well, in fact, we could have booked for a week because Callum not be at college. You know what I mean? So we could have actually booked a caravan or something and gone for a week. But at the time when I booked it, I didn't realise it was bank holiday weekend. So, but hey ho, same as we've said, we're going to see how this upheaval pans out, and you know, book some a bit later on in year. And oh,
Not so bad, ginger one.
but
I know.
You can book me for a week. I bet you know who that is.
Dennis.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's expensive, mate.
Yeah, you couldn't afford me, Dennis.
But if you come in a fireman's suit, she might let you in for free.
Yeah.
She's not denying it. She's going red, though.
I'm not going red. So, Chris is learning all my secrets out at bag now.
Fireman's Poland owes you well in there, mate. Go on.
Fireman Sam. Amjad says, I thought my brother started shouting at me. It's a TV show from Netflix. Well, it's like sometimes I'm sat here watching telly, and Chris has got headphones on, and then he'll take his headphones and he says, did you say something? I says, no, it's on telly. So yeah. Yeah, Chris is letting me secrets out now. So, and we've been married all these years, Dennis, and he's never ever dressed up as a fireman. So there you go. That's a challenge for you. Should you choose to accept it? Yeah, anyone for bog roll? Runcorn Asda has just restocked £20 a roll. Oh dear. He says you like a man in uniform. But it's got to be a fireman's uniform though. So no, not just any old uniform, it's got to be a fireman's. Wakey. Only dressed up as Batman. The dive from the top of the wardrobe was insane. Hiya, Paul.
I just read that out. And Paul's just come in as Wakey was diving off the top of wardrobe.
It weren't actually £9. It was £7 something.
Oh, right. I thought
Yeah.
£5.
Oh dear. I bet you like the film Officer and a Gentleman. Oh dear. See what Simon put?
What's it for?
Cheaper to go down charity shop and get a sack of old socks. What you saying, DJM Films? How do, lad? It's been in about an hour.
Oh, friggin' balls. That's supposed to be
Twinkle, twinkle, little jockstrap,
Yeah.
like a diamond in the jockstrap. Me singing in an opera voice. Have you seen my post about McDonald's?
no.
No, not yet. I'm assuming it's on Facebook.
Message retracted. Oh, what you been saying? You've been naughty again.
Due to unforeseen circumstances, we are drive-through only until further notice. Sorry for any inconvenience caused the management team. It put so me and Sophie was last one to walk out of Runcorn McDonald's after eating, and this time was put up while we were there. Oh dear.
It's simple. Don't scare the shit out of people. Now these do
So there you go. Well, we've got a McDonald's just down the road, so I wonder if they do it same.
more than likely. I bet it's all over the place.
So it makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Certainly does.
What were we going to say? I forgot now. It's gone off. Had the manager message me the lot? Oh. Same as I say, I mean, we've got one just out road, but we've also got a KFC as well. So wondering if they do it same, because the KFC's a drive-through, and the KFC's a drive-through, and the McDonald's is a drive-through as well.
Just people all eating off and just eat.
Oh dear! I had to laugh at what were it on Good Morning Britain that they were showing clips, funny clips, and it were this woman she like goes to elderly people's houses to do shopping for them. Now, woman come out with one of them, you know, them like grabber things where you grab stuff off at floor. So she got shopping bag on her arm, and she got a note in this grabber thing. So she sticks this grabber thing out, and she says, "Here," she says, "that's within 4 meters." She says, "Here's my shopping list." A woman took it out to this grabber thing, and so then she slid back down, can get a shopping bag, and they were all pissing this and were laughing. And this says, you know, it's nice to see that some of the elderly have got a sense of humour. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? It's there. She'd got this grabber thing with shopping list that she needs, and she did same with carrier bag. Okay then, Amjad, see you on Wednesday. Thank you for popping in. So yeah, you know, I mean, it's they all say it's doom and gloom, but you know, even me and Chris were laughing at it because it you know, it you know, it just goes to show that they have got a sense of humour at end of the day. So see you later, Amjad. See you on Wednesdays. So yeah, you know, but that's what it's going to come to eventually if they put pensioners on lockdown. You know, they're going to have to do that sort of thing. So but I'm just saying good night, everybody.
I just say good night, all.
He did. He put good night, everyone.
Oh, did he?
But everyone's saying
Good night,
later,
everybody.
Amjad and Simon and
Yes,
Wakey,
yeah.
and so it's like being at Walton's, isn't it? Good night, John boy.
Good job, boy. Come on, you.
So,
What you doing, you?
but yeah, you know, I mean, you've got to have a sense of humour about it, really. You know, I mean, it's you know, Jim Bob. Chris can be Jim Bob. Dennis can be Den Bob. Night, John boy.
Bob.
I'm Netty Bob, am I? Yeah.
Wakey's wacky Bob.
Paul Bob. Simon Bob. Everybody's Bob.
I'm a Bob.
I'm Chad Bob. But
Bob.
oh dear. Tracy Bob. Oh dear.
Bobbity-bobbity-boo.
It's more like Linda Lovelace's Bob Bob. Oh, Johnny Five Bob. Oh dear, we've got to laugh about it. Ian Bob.
Pixie Bob.
Too much information, Dennis.
Bob.
And it's like, can I have a pee, Bob? Oh, pensioners soon be bobbing up and down at the windows.
We're in Italy where they're all singing and
Oh
whatnot.
yeah, yeah.
And then we recorded it and whacked it. Husband whacked it out of the goal.
Yeah, we were watching Good Morning Britain this morning, and it was the same sort of clip where they were showing this pensioner, and then it says in Italy it's showing you this clip where all pensioners are on the balconies and they all burst out into song. So then there was this other clip where his wife or his daughter, his wife, yeah. His wife were playing recorder. Now she couldn't play for Toffee, and she were playing it all out of tune, and it were like strangling a cat, if I'm honest. And this bloke knocked recorder out mouth. We will be able to do tea bag deliveries to neighbours by drone. Oh, we hadn't, because she only lives next door. I mean, we've got a pensioner that lives next door.
Can I have it off at fence?
Yeah. Yeah, so basically they're all these in Italy. They're all on the balconies, and they're all like bursting out into song.
Oh, where they were doing exercise classes, and they're all out on the balcony doing exercise classes.
Well, I forget now. So yeah, you know, I mean, it just goes to show you, in face of adversity, you know, they're keeping the chin up, you know, and that's their way of coping. Let's just say, singing, but you know, I'd hate to be in that house with woman that were playing recorder, because it sounded like a strangled cat. She couldn't play it, obviously. So you know, it's you know, it's what you do for you know, to cheer yourselves up, let's just say. Yeah, she has to stay in on the elderly. It said give it out on the news. Yeah, but we were only saying, I don't think right earlier on, or whether it was yesterday. You see, you know, she's in her 70s. Same as I said, you know, we'll have to go around and say, well, look, if you're on lockdown, if there's any, you know, groceries or anything that you need or anything else, if you want Chris to nip to doctors for your prescriptions or anything. So, you know, I says, we're going to have to help in any way we can, you know, if she's not allowed to go out. So, you know, and we're going to have to, well, Chris in particular, same as I said, you know, you're going to have to say, well, if you need anything, just, you know, just let us know, and wherever possible, we'll get what you need. So yeah, you know, nowhere to run to, Paul. Well, this is it. They're making the best of a bad situation, really. You'll have to see if you can find any masks.
I wonder if Ivy's got any old gas masks from next door. From war.
But you see, same as we've said, I mean, you know, even though sort of I'm not going out only when necessary, Chris can still get out. And same as we've said, you know, it's not her fault that she can't go out anywhere. So I've got what you need, Jeanette. Simon says he's going to use boys' old Darth Vader mask when I go out. Hey, yeah, that's the thing.
Well,
Callum's got one of them scary mask things, hasn't he? You'll have to go down to Asda in that. He says it's got some. Wakey says he's got some masking tape that'll do for you, Pixie.
What with a sock in it?
Oh dear. But anywho's, it's 11:05.
Is it?
Yeah.
What's it about 8:10?
2 hours I've been going on. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to shut it down. Look after yourselves. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
And that's everything then.
Yeah, and keep your chin up. You know, I have the scream mask. Good point. And I hope to see you all again on Wednesday. I'm not going anywhere. So I'll see you all on Wednesday. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.
Bye.